So I'm getting your unit number 1. The first unit, the title is nothing but first order ordinary differential equation. So I just give you the topics where you can expect the problems in the final semester examination. So totally the topics in the first unit, one is exact differential equation, second one is non-exact differential equation, third one is linear differential equation, fourth one is Bernoulli differential equation, and the next one is Newton law of cooling. The next is natural growth and decay. The next is differential equation of first order but not first degree. These are the different topics which are available in the first unit. Out of these different units, so exact and non-exact, you can expect one problem. Linear and Bernoulli, you can expect one more problem. Newton law of cooling and law of natural growth and decay, this is one problem. Differential equation of first order but not first degree, this is one problem. Totally how many problems are there? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Out of these 4, you look onto your previous examination papers during COVID, A bit, B bit. This is first question. A bit, B bit, second question. So from the first unit, 2 questions will be there with A, B, and these are the different topics here. And when you look onto the first one, exact differential equation. In order to say exact, the differential equation it look like mdx plus mdy equal to 0 and satisfying a condition dou m by dou y that is equal to dou m by dou x. So that we call it as exact and directly you can find out the solution. Corresponding to non-exact, looking in the same model but dou m by dou y it is not equal to dou m by dou x. Under that particular non-exact differential equation, we have 4 methods. Okay. When you look onto the first method, you are calculating the integrating factor 1 divided by mx plus ny. And this particular method, it is applicable when the non-exact differential equation is homogeneous. Homogeneous means sum of all the powers of the variables is same. Throughout the expression, powers should be same. If same you are getting, it is homogeneous. Under that case, you can apply your first method. Second method is there, it is 1 divided by mx minus ny. And this second method it is applicable when the given non-exact differential equation is non-homogeneous and looking in the form y into f of x comma y dx plus x into g of x comma y dy that is equal to 0. If that is in that particular model, you can apply your second method of non-exact. Third method, it is nothing but you are calculating dou m by dou y minus dou n by dou x divided by capital N. That should give only function of x. In that case, you can calculate the integrating factor. It is e power integral of f of x dx. That is one more fourth method. That is third method. Fourth method is dou n by dou x minus dou m by dou y divided by capital M. That should give function of y and your integrating factor is nothing but e power integral of g of y dy. So this is the way how you can identify the different methods in the non-exact. Exact and directly there is no problem. In the non-exact case only, first method is applicable for homogeneous, second is non-homogeneous, third one, if these two are not applicable, then only you can move to the third method. That should give only function of x, then only you can apply your third method. Otherwise, you go to the fourth method. So how you are going to verify one by one? Coming to linear differential equation. In the linear differential equation, remember that the differential equation, it is in the form dy by dx plus p into y that is equal to q. Or sometimes you can also write dx by dy plus p into x that is equal to q. Both are generally said to be linear differential equation. If it is in the first model, both p and q in terms of x variable, and if it is in the second model, both p and q in terms of y variable. So either you can select the first one or second one depending on your problem. You can directly identify the linear differential equation and find out the integrating factor and directly find out the solution. That is one way. But remember, when it is not possible to identify that linear, you can also use your exact or non-exact case also. But it is very easy to find out the answer. Coming to the Bernoulli differential equation, it should look like dy by dx plus py that is equal to q into y power n, almost similar to linear. In that case, that right side y power n is divided throughout and you are focusing only on the middle term and you are substituting it as u and just you convert into linear and find out the solution. So linear and Bernoulli, you can expect one problem in the final exam. Coming to Newton law of cooling and natural growth and decay, both are related to data related. Data related means a particular statements are given and based on that, if it is related to temperature, you can apply Newton law of cooling. If it is related to bacteria or radioactive element, some increasing or decreasing case, you can use this natural growth and decay. In both the cases, you need to apply your calculator also. And remember, here you are using logarithm, that too only base e, that means ln button in your calculator. So our main intention is nothing but in both the cases, you are just calculating the constant terms c and k. Once those two values are available, you can directly find out either your required value in Newton law of cooling or natural growth and decay. Do you have an idea that Newton law of cooling? It is T minus T naught equal to C e to the power of minus KT. Newton law of cooling. And law of natural growth and decay, that is N equal to C e to the power of KT. It is growth. And C e power minus KT, this is for decay. Okay. Now coming to the last and final, it is differential equation of first order but not first degree. Generally it is denoted like f of x comma p, y comma p equal to 0. That means it is a function involving x, y, p. Here p stands for dy by dx. So any expression involving this type of p, it comes under differential equation of first order but not first degree. In that case, in order to find out the solution, again we have the four methods. One is solvable for p, second solvable for x, third solvable for y, fourth Claret type. So these are the four different methods here. And even here also, in order to find out the solution for this type of problem, first you focus on this Claret type. What is Claret type? It is looking like y equal to p into x plus f of p. ఈ మోడల్లో కనుక ఉంటే ఫస్ట్ ఈ మెథడ్ అప్లై చేయండి. అంటే ముందు ఇలాంటి ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఈ మోడల్లో ఉందా లేదా అనేది ఫస్ట్ చెక్ చేయండి. ఈ క్లారెట్ టైప్ చెక్ చేస్తే అప్పుడు డైరెక్ట్ గా మనకు సొల్యూషన్ p ఈక్వల్ టు c అంటారు. డైరెక్ట్లీ యూ కెన్ ఫైండ్ అవుట్ ద సొల్యూషన్. ఆఫ్టర్ చెకింగ్ దిస్ క్లారెట్ టైప్ ఓన్లీ, దెన్ గో ఫర్ ద రిమైనింగ్ త్రీ మెథడ్స్. Solvable for p is applicable when it is in the quadratic form. Solvable for x is applicable when the degree of x variable is 1. Solvable for y is applicable when the degree of y variable is 1. So ముందు క్లారెట్ టైప్ చెక్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత మిగతా వాటికి రండి. So these are the easiest tips that I am giving in order to answer the problems from the first unit of Mathematics 2 under JNTU. So better you do the preparation as per your same logics and you can get a maximum score. Have a good day. In the next video session we can use the second unit from M2, just I give you the easiest clues. Right.